Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduction myself and my partner. My name is Fauzan and
Wahyudi.
we are from class B. Okay. Today I would like to present about topic micro, small, and medium enterprises suffer the most during COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, there are several points that are present today. They are first, introduction. Point 1, COVID-19 pandemic has had a negative impact on the MSME sector. Point 2, data from the Ministry of Cooperative and MSMEs on the impact of COVID for Indonesia. Point 3, the main cause of MSMEs being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And the last part is conclusion. Okay, I took from historical data that in early 2020, Indonesia was shocked by a new virus that originates in the city of Wuhan, China. Coronavirus disease or better known as the coronavirus, has attacked almost all countries on this earth, including Indonesia. That's why MSME Indonesia are very impacted by COVID-19. And so I agree with the data that Indonesia has indeed experienced and sensitive about COVID-19 since the beginning of 2020. Okay, there are several points that I would like to discuss. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a negative impact on the MSME sector. Second, data from the Ministry of Cooperative and MSMEs on the impact of COVID-19 for Indonesia. And the third, the main cause of MSMEs being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, next we will continue with Wahyudi.
Let's start from the first point. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a negative impact on the MSME sector, causing the perpetrators to have to adapt to new normal. For instance, clothing sellers who initially used to sell their clothes in store and now have to start selling their clothes in online store. Then people are required to wear masks when outside the house. In addition, the impact of COVID-19 for MSMEs is a decrease in turnover of more than 30% of the 82.9% of the MSME affected by COVID-19, while only 3.8% of MSMEs experienced an increase in turnover. The impact of other things, namely the number of MSMEs who have difficulty paying of loans and pay electricity, gas and bills, employee salary. Even some of them were forced to lay off due to no financial income due to the impact of COVID-19. Therefore, the MSME sector must start learning to adapt to COVID-19 conditions for survival. And the second problem is data from the Ministry of Cooperative and MSMEs noted that as many as 67.05% 0.51 micro, small and medium enterprises (MSMEs) were affected due to the COVID-19 pandemic in Indonesia. From the data above, it is clear that many MSME sectors have been affected by this pandemic. And another data from the Ministry of Cooperative and SMEs, Distri Anasari said that of all MSME business actors, there were 5 types of business that were affected. The first is business of providing food and beverage accommodation. Second, wholesale and retail trade such as repair, maintenance of cars and motorcycles. Third, the processing industry. Then, other survive activities. The fifth is agriculture, forestry, and fisheries. And in the calculation of the percentage, that the provision of food and beverage accommodation, 38% wholesale and retail trade such as car and motorcycle, 33% processing industry, 83% service activities, 69%, and agriculture, forestry, and fishery business 6%. Next.
Okay, and the third point, I have some quotes like, when hope seems hopeless, keep fighting. They are hard times. When we go together, we will have a better world and a cleaner earth. Okay, before the last, the main cause of MSME being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic is the limited number of visitors in varying places from the tourism sector to the culinary sector. And indeed, this medium, small and micro business have a significant impact because they cannot do business. And it was felt from February, March, April, and May. June were markets closures. Mall closure had a very serious impact on the ability of small and micro entrepreneurs to do business and directly impact their ability to make principal and interest payment to bank. To conclude my presentation, I have 3 discussed points. There are: the COVID-19 pandemic has had a negative impact on the MSME sector. Second, data from the Ministry of Cooperatives and MSMSA on the impact of COVID for Indonesia.
Let's kick.
And the third, the main cause of MSMEs being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. For the last, therefore, my suggestion, the COVID-19 pandemic has had a very bad impact on SMSA in Indonesia, especially for the culinary and the tourism sector. Is one of the main causes of foreign exchange for the country's economy. So that with together, we can definitely get through his COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you very much for your attention. Rose are red, violet are blue. We have a meet. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.